are you doing? Hope you're well. Today I have a paid by numbers, and I thought maybe we could do a little bit of it together. So this is the box it came in. And this is the image. And it has these beautiful clouds, moody clouds, some beautiful purple tones, and some mountains, some trees. And it comes into kind of like a valley with a body of water down here. And some more trees. Yeah. So, we thought we could do a little bit of this. And let's talk. You also see my son's toys. It was a little bit rolled, so I needed something heavy to hold it down. Alright, so I don't think I've posted a video in 2 years, over 2 years, which is okay. Life gets busy. So right now we're painting number 3. I'm just trying to make it look a little thicker in areas. So a lot has changed in 2 years. I think a lot can change in 2 years for many people and for many reasons. I don't think I'm alone in that. We moved. We bought a house. My son started school. He'll be going into grade 2 this year, which is crazy to think about. I feel like time truly is such a thief when it comes to kids. Watching them grow. All that good stuff. I also changed jobs. But we also had some not good times in 2 years. What some of you don't know is that I was pregnant in the last video that I posted. Unfortunately, that baby did not make it. I won't go into too much because we're not here for sad times, we're here for relaxing times. But yeah, he died through birth. So that was sad. But I will say from that experience, I have grown a lot as a person, and it opened a lot of doors for me to meet other people who have gone through similar situations. And sometimes you can kind of find comfort knowing that you're not alone. Maybe let's do 5. I see some 5s. And yeah, the positive side of that is we are having another baby next month. So I am hopeful that that one will go better. The pregnancy was really rough with the one that we lost. And so far, I feel like I have had a completely different experience this time. And I feel really emotionally grateful about that. Which is nice. What else? We moved to a neighborhood that we really love. I think I might have said that already, I don't know. We've made so many new friends here. Really good people. I'm very grateful for that. We live further away from the city now, which has been really nice. We got a dog. We go for a lot of trail walks and small hikes, which has been really nice. We live in Canada, which has we live on the west coast side, so we have a lot of mountains around us. I feel very grateful for that. I know some people had asked in the comments previously where my accent is from. So I was raised in London in the UK. I lived there until I was 18 years old. And I always knew deep down it was never my forever home. I'm not a city kind of girl. It's not my thing. Don't get me wrong. When I was younger, I used to enjoy visiting the city more, frequenting, going out with my friends. Maybe it's just something that everybody goes through, where they get to a point in their life and they want quiet. Speaking of quiet, it's really hot today, so I have the window open. You might hear a car outside right now. Hopefully it's not too bad. Um, yeah, so I moved here when I was 18. And I have gone back to visit a couple of times. I would say to anyone the first 5 years of moving to a different country are the hardest. Even though you speak the same language, it still was an adjustment. Finding friends, especially at 18, is also hard. But I've been here for 15 years this year, and I love it. I'd never go back, like move back. We actually just went back in March, and that was my first time going back in 10 years, which seems crazy. And it was kind of bittersweet because it was the first time leaving that I didn't feel like I was leaving my home. I felt like I was going home. And that was like emotional in itself. But yeah, life is crazy like that. But yeah, it was my husband's first time getting to go to England. He's been to Europe, but he never went to England. We have this debate all the time. I don't think England or the UK is part of Europe, especially with Brexit, but even before that. But he is very adamant that the UK is Europe. What do you think? Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Yeah. We got a dog. I already talked about that. We got a mini Australian Shepherd, and neither me or my husband had ever had a dog before, so that has been a learning curve, but in a positive way. She's been really good. She is 1 now. We got her as a puppy. It was last year on Mother's Day, and for those who don't know, we celebrate Mother's Day on this side of the world in May, and it was my first Mother's Day since our baby died, and so it was rough. I remember thinking I just didn't really want to acknowledge that it was Mother's Day, even though I have a son already, but it was just, it's just hard when you think about all these special holidays, especially the firsts. I found that was a really hard experience to go through that I didn't think would happen. I mean, you don't think anything of that would happen, but yeah, so we walked down to our local, there was a market going on at like a grocery store, and she had 9 little puppies, and both me and my husband just fell in love with this one puppy. She was the biggest one in the litter. They had named her Big Mama, and ironically she is now the smallest from the litter. We do feed her a lot, but she's just very energetic, always has been. Oh, she's just not too big. She weighs about 20 pounds. That's just fine by me. It's a good size to have. So yeah, that was a really sweet first Mother's Day without our baby, and a really nice way to turn it around. So now I don't see it as a bad memory, I see it as a positive one. I think that's what life is really about, is just trying to find the good in things, even when terrible things happen. So yeah, she's really sweet. We love her. She's been a really good part of our family, and I'm excited to keep showing her more places and doing more with her. We took her on a road trip last August, and as a puppy she did really well, so that was lovely. Let's do 11. I really like yellow. I feel like yellow is one of those like underrated colors. Alright, so I'm gonna fill it in. And then I'll go back and do the edges with this smaller paintbrush. I also paint like outside of paint by numbers. I was thinking I'd make a video about that. Maybe do like a sketch you, or you watch me paint about my own paintings. I mostly do florals. It's kind of my thing. I don't know. Let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in seeing. Yeah, I think now with baby coming next month and having a little bit more free time on my hands again, it'd be nice to do some more videos. Alright, well, I'm gonna finish this up. It was really nice to talk to you again. My phone is saying that I need more storage for filming. So I'm gonna finish this. Maybe I'll come back to it and do a part 2. But let's leave this there for today. So as always, I hope you are doing well. I hope you are relaxing. I hope you are finding peace and joy in your life. I hope you did something today that made you